When we say, yo, I-yip-I-O-E-A, we know we're saying you're doing fine, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, O-K-L-A-H-O-M-A, Oklahoma, yow.
Hi, I'm Steven, otherwise known as StevenBe.
I'm here in Tulsa with the Stevens.
We're doing a 6-week inspirational Steven and Steven Take Over the World tour.
Steven West is from Tulsa, as I understand the story.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Tulsa. I only make it back once or twice if I'm lucky a year. So I like to build in work and family time.
This was kind of a homecoming for Steven West.
He glittered the whole time. Steven has 2 brothers.
I was somewhat surprised in how different they were.
Philip and Peter are very straight and to the point. It's not like a bunch of girls gabbing at tea time. It's like, hey bro, how's it going? Good. What's new? Not much. Cool. See you in a year.
We grew up to be in the military, both in the Marines, and Steven turned out to be a little more eccentric.
When we were younger, I would collect baseball cards, and Steven was the one collecting little plastic ponies and Beanie Babies.
Steven definitely has his complete separate personality than me and Philip. It's almost like a polar opposite.
There was a welcome home party with zebra hot pink letters that said welcome home, bro. And that made me real happy because it's not like my brothers to do that. So I was really surprised.
Today we're having a barbecue to welcome Steven back home. We're just gonna hang out and have some fun out in the backyard.
And we had a special delivery come to our house.
The Stevens received a surprise from our good friend, Shelly Brander.
I love Shelly. She knows how to treat a knitter.
Wait, can I play with these or the box?
When my eyes peeled from the cowboy and focused in on the box, we opened it up and it was full of yarn. It was from the Loops Club.
The monthly subscription service from the Loops crew.
And each month you get a surprise. It's relaxed, it's fun, it's flirty, it's not too technique intense. And that's my kind of knitting.
It's all about the fashion.
With a cowboy included. You have to pay a little extra shipping for the cowboy, but it's worth it.
Come on, let's go knit. We'll teach you how.
I thought if we had Sexy Cowboy from Oklahoma, that he would probably be better at the barbecue than me, the marketing assistant. I guess when you have a 6+ foot tall cowboy, you're gonna get replaced. I need a handy wipe.
We had a good time family fun party.
You know what? They got me into the sports arena.
On 3?
I'm glad Philip and I were on one basketball team against Steven and the Cowboy and Chaps. They were immediately doomed to fail.
Sorry. I can't dribble. So I just kept screaming, don't pass the ball to me.
Don't throw me the ball. Don't throw me the ball.
Steven was terrible at playing basketball, and it did not surprise me in the least.
Oh,
All right, finally.
Steven West, though, surprisingly amazing. Moves I've never seen before.
I would say I have athletic tendencies with flair, and that plays to my advantage on the court.
It was almost like ballet meets basketball in motion.
I slam dunked it, yes. I slam dunked it 5 times probably. Style point.
You taught me how to play crochet.
Some people call it croquet. So first you have to get in the proper stance, and then you whack it.
Well, take down the whole house.
Check.
Here we go.
Go for the double whammy, Steven. Go for it. I would have to say Steven won crochet with that last shot through the cowboy's legs.
Ping pong I was good at.
StevenBe was like a pro.
Steven, you're good.
The hand-eye coordination was astonishing. Maybe it comes from knitting.
It wasn't officially decided who won, but we won.
Oh, look, I don't even have to work.
Way to go, bro.
When you see them back together, and there was just this instant connection that is inherently, a brotherly relationship.
We do just kind of pick up where we left off.
We don't get to see each other that much, so when we do, yeah, it's nice to spend quality time.
I've got this amazing spread going. I can definitely add Grill Master to my StevenBe job title.
The meat was cooked.
If this knitting thing goes south, I'm thinking I need my own Food Network show. Welcome to Grilling with Jeremy.
I think when it's cooked, like that's good. So Jeremy was a cook. He cooked it. Jeremy cooked the meat like a cook.
The next Food Network star.
What would we name the show?
Beards and brats.
Beards and brats.
Beards and brats. To beards and brats. Cheers.
Salud, papi!
So I got the chance to pick something that I wanted to do. So selfishly, I wanted to see how these two creative minds would work in a logical environment.
Jeremy tries to broaden my horizon.
Apparently, this is like one of the coolest spots in Tulsa.
Jeremy had us go to this place called Escape Tulsa.
We're not ready yet. We gotta pose first.
And it made Steven and I want to escape Tulsa.
To sum it up, you're locked in a room and you have to figure out how to get out of it. It's kind of like a mission where they had to problem solve, work together, with me included, and figure out how to get out of this situation.
Are you gonna help me or talk about knitting? Come on.
Stephen West and I like to do the same things. We eat, we sleep, we knit, and we shop. We try other things, but it never works. Like getting locked in a safe house.
But the problem is you get one and then there's still 3 left.
I know this. I see all 4 locks.
If you only know my attention deficit, I was bored in like 15 minutes.
I think I designed this sweater.
There were really comfortable chairs, so I got a lot of knitting done on my poncho.
Stephen decided to call on some divine inspiration from the mohair gods.
Time for the knitting gods to speak to me again. I'm channeling them.
I'm trying to listen to a discrete radio message that's giving me numbers because I know it's a clue and it's our way out of this room, but I'm constantly being interrupted in mohair prayer.
I was speaking to the inner mohair gods, the yarn within me. Look under the desk.
None of the numbers in here are...
Look under the desk. The knitting gods said, look under the desk. I think I did it because that's how we got out.
Yes, okay.
According to StevenBe, we'll say that the mohair gods and his praying to them were our salvation. Because as usual, he had to do all the work. So his prayer to the mohair gods will be the reason that we escaped from this room.
7, 4, 8.
It works!
Yes! We're out.
I know the real truth, that it was my diligence and my work and kind of tuning out the prayer that allowed us to escape. Experiment, fail.
Hello? Really, the voicemail?
I took Steven to see my childhood home.
We saw his homestead where he grew up. Listen to me, I have a southern accent all of a sudden.
That house was where my brothers and I bonded a lot. We ferociously loved each other. And this is the tree that I would sit in and write my poetry.
Our parents were musicians, and so we grew up around artistic things.
I started as a blogger here.
So precious.
Steven was probably my mom's favorite because he was the most into the artistic stuff.
My mom wanted the third one to be a girl. It was gonna be Stephanie Joy West, but she got sort of halfway there, so I'm Stephen Joseph.
Return my calls. What are you guys doing? Are you in cocktail hour or what?
Then I took Steven to see my elementary school, and that was where I learned a lot of my moves.
All of a sudden, Stephen West pulls out a jump rope. Where does one carry a jump rope? And why? I'm just saying.
I used to be on a jump rope team, a traveling jump rope team.
And then I got in on it.
Steven is better with anything where there's an assist or an assistant. So I was his jump rope, and all he had to do was jump.
The kids were getting out of school, and there we are, jump roping down the sidewalk. Yeah, it was kind of weird. I've never seen that. Don't hear it again, just say it. So, StevenBe, CEO, president of StevenBe International, in Tulsa, being fabulous. And what are they doing back home?
He's made several phone calls to the shop where they're not answering right away. It's actually gone to voicemail. My assumption is that Bridget and Michael and Missy have things in check.
I don't know, because I'm dialing and no one's answering, so I'm thinking they're having a margarita party.
They're working hard. They're maintaining the brand that I've helped build here at StevenBe. I trust them.
Really? Will someone answer the phone already?
I decided Steven was finally ready to experience something true and Southern. Steven, my brother's running late, so we have to buy the worms.
Buy worms? In a store?
Bass Pro Shop is like the Barney's for fishers in the South. There's like fishing hooks in all kinds of colors. Like some of the fish hooks have like fringe and tassels on them, and so they'd be like great earrings.
And then I shot a rifle. I was trying to get the skunk because I was thinking I could get a fur coat.
I had a BB gun growing up, and I was really good at shooting things.
Steven West does not know much about guns.
I shot my finger, I shot my brother, and I shot all the windows off our house.
And then we bought worms, but I bought pink ones because the real ones were sold out. Can you imagine that? The worms were sold out.
Those you could probably eat. They look like candy.
They put this lake in by the pro shop and then the freeway. Like, why would fish want to live there?
Hello.
Hey!
You have to accessorize, not accessorize, accessorize for fishing. I made a bobber necklace for Izzy, and she loved it.
She enjoyed it. She looked like a little tribal lady, but perfectly expected gift from Steven. Some handmade, wonderful piece.
Izzy and I bonded. Izzy is cute as a button, and she put crickets on my hook, and she taught me how to cast.
Oh, it got away. Show me how this is done, Izzy.
Woo! Oh my gosh. Peter's activities are the complete opposite of mine, but I can relate to it from the fact that he loves and is really passionate about shooting and fishing and collecting stamps. How I am about shopping and knitting and collecting yarn. So they're two different worlds, but they're the things we love.
It was always great seeing Steven. I'm so glad he was able to visit again. Wish it was a little more often, but sometimes when the trips are few and far between, it just makes those times that we are together a little more special.
This trip to Tulsa, it was really nice. I got to know another side of Steven West, and it was so touchy. It just meant a lot to be here. And we'll leave glitter dust in our trail.